Yo, what's going on, guys? Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and the Miami Dolphins crushed the Denver Broncos 70-20. I mean, man, I feel bad for saying the Dolphins offense would struggle today against these Denver Broncos. I didn't say the Broncos would win. I'm not that stupid, but I did say the Dolphins would, have a good offensive day. In my prediction, I had the Dolphins winning this game 27-16. And they scored a lot more points than that. They won 70-20, the most points an NFL team has scored since 1966, and they were a field goal away, and they could have got it. I don't know why they didn't, to be honest. They were a field goal away from scoring the most points in an NFL game in NFL history. What a performance. I will say, someone who was playing Tyreek Hill and Raheem Mostert in fantasy today, not that happy. I will say I did pick up Devon Anche after his performance today. He was amazing. He had 4 touchdowns. The 2 running backs for the Dolphins, Devon Anche and Raheem Mostert, combined for 8 touchdowns in this game for the Miami Dolphins. That's ridiculous. All right, let's go to the scoring summary, as there's a lot of scores to talk about. There was 3 scores in the first quarter, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. So, first quarter. On the first drive, 3-play, 75-yard drive, Tua Tagovailoa throws a 54-yard touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill, and it's 7-0. Then, with 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, Devon Anche has an 8-yard touchdown run, and it's 14-0. Then Russell Wilson throws a 12-yard touchdown pass to Courtland Sutton. Broncos score their first score of the game. It's 14-7. But then the Dolphins go crazy in the second quarter. A Tua Tagovailoa 4-yard touchdown pass to Devon Anche. It's 21-7. Then a 31-yard field goal for Will Lutz. It's 21-10. Then a Raheem Mostert 20-yard touchdown run and a Raheem Mostert 3-yard touchdown run. It's now 35-10. And then going into halftime, Will Lutz makes a 25-yard field goal. It's 35-13 going at halftime. Another Raheem Mostert touchdown. This one is a 1-yard touchdown. Then another Raheem Mostert touchdown. A Tua Tagovailoa 19-yard touchdown pass to Raheem Mostert. That's 2 more touchdowns for Mostert, and it is now 49-13. That's the end of the third quarter with scoring. Fourth quarter, Tua Tagovailoa 10-yard touchdown pass to Devon Achane. It is 56-13. Then Mike White, backup quarterback, comes in the game, throws a 68-yard touchdown pass to Robbie Chosen Anderson. It's 63-13. Then the Broncos scored their last score of the game. As rookie Marvin Mims Jr., who's looked pretty good in the first 3 games for the Broncos, has a 99-yard kickoff return. It is 63-20. But how about Devon Achane, rookie from Texas A&M, I believe a 4th or 5th round draft pick, has a 67-yard touchdown run, and that ends his 200-yard and 4 touchdown day, and the Dolphins win 70-20. Game leaders, Russell Wilson threw 23 for 38 with 306 passing yards and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. I might get hated for this, but Russ did not look that bad in this ballgame. I did throw an interception. I really think that the big factor in this game for the Broncos was how terrible their defense was. Russ was not bad. Threw 23 for 38, 306 passing yards, 1 touchdown, did throw an interception. Besides his interception, Russ looked good today. This defense just looked terrible. They got killed by the Dolphins offense. And I will say this, and I know it's only week 3, but watching the Dolphins today against a solid Broncos defense, they ate up. The Broncos have a good defense, and the Dolphins killed the Broncos defense today. And I got to say it, I think the Broncos have the best team in the AFC. I don't think I will say they have the best team in the NFL just yet. It's week 3, but I think they have the best team in the AFC. Tua Tagovailoa threw 23 for 26, was perfect in the first half, threw 16 for 16 in the first half, nearly had a perfect game, 309 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns. I know he threw 3 incompletions, but if I was Tua, I would consider this a perfect game for him and his team. Rushing yards, Javonte Williams looked good for the Broncos, 11 carries for 42 rushing yards, but you know who looked better? Rookie Devon Achane with 18 carries and 203 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, and had 2 receiving touchdowns as well. Courtland Sutton of the Denver Broncos looked good, 8 receptions, 91 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. You know who looked better for the Miami Dolphins? Tyreek Hill, 9 receptions for 157 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. Might I add to all this, the Dolphins did this without Jalen Waddle, their second best wide receiver, who's a stud. And on defense, they had a good defensive performance, and they were without Jalen Ramsey. So, I mean, just great by the Dolphins. All right, Raheem Mostert had 13 carries for 82 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. And then also Chris Brooks, rookie, had 9 carries for 66 rushing yards. I'm not going over any other stats. Well, Jerry Jeudy did have 5 receptions for 81 receiving yards, while Marvin Mims Jr. had 3 receptions for 73 receiving yards. The rest of the stats we're going over for the Dolphins. Robbie Chosen-Anderson had that 1 reception for 68 yards on the touchdown. Raheem Mostert had 7 receptions for 60 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. Fumbles. Courtland Sutton, I said he had a good day. He did have a touchdown and 91 receiving yards, but never mind. He fumbled twice. I did not know that. Courtland Sutton fumbled twice today. Lost 2 fumbles, and they were recovered by Andrew Van Ginkel and Kadir Caillou. All right, leader in tackles for the Dolphins was Javon Holland with 8 tackles. The Dolphins had 1 sack in this game. It was Emmanuel Agaba, and they had 4 tackles for loss, 2 for Justin Bethel. And then the only interception was by the guy that had the only sack, and it was Emmanuel Agba for the Miami Dolphins. So, great game by the Miami Dolphins. And he did return that interception for 5 yards. And the Dolphins win 70-20, the most points an NFL team has scored since 1966. Use them your thoughts. That's for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed them, your thoughts, and peace out.